Cut that out. No, that joke's too much. Cut that out. It's terrible.
I got you to watch The Dear White People from
And then I said things like the blacks.
and then you said things about like the blacks and
If people don't watch that video, will watch this one, I'll sound like a huge racist.
now you're like, hey, find me a flat earther video. So I found us a 6-minute flat earther video. So we're gonna talk about this the proof that the Earth is actually flat.
Let's give this guy some respect, you know,
Gwen
because
Hall?
I respect a man that can believe in something so wrong.
Hello everybody.
Hey Glenn.
I call this video the simplest, irrefutable flat earth proof.
That is what the title is.
Now I know there's going to be some people who will watch this who know me personally. And people who know me personally know that
He looks
I'm
like
not
the
a
uncle
fool.
that diddled his kid.
I have a degree
Like,
in math, and
hey,
I have a Juris
Jimmy.
Doctorate.
Oh, hey, Uncle
and
Break.
I have been
Don't diddle
practicing law
kids.
for almost 30 years.
You like my sweater? Why don't you come sit on my lap?
Some of these
Get a better
people
look
who
at
will
it.
watch this
Uncle, what are you
know
doing with
that
your
I
fingers? Don't pay
have
attention to that,
won
Bill.
some incredibly difficult jury trials. A
Wait,
jury
what?
trial is not a
I'm
simple
sorry.
thing.
Wait, jury trials? Is this actually the
and
uncle
I
that
have been
diddled his kid?
practicing law for almost 30 years. Some of these people who will watch this know that I have won some incredibly difficult jury trials. A jury trial is not a simple thing. Many attorneys avoid them at all costs because they are so difficult and so stressful. And I have
My
won
dick
some
is
cases
huge. I don't give
that
a fuck.
people
My dick
would
is
think
so
that
huge
you
it
could never
turned the
win.
Earth into a planet.
But I won't get into
shaped
the details of
literally
those.
like a thin piece of land.
I just want people to realize that I'm not a fool. When I first heard about the flat Earth a year ago, or a little more, I totally ignored it because I thought, come on, that's foolish.
Because it is.
How do you
And that's natural, that's normal.
Well,
Maybe
we're
he'll
about to
convert
find-
us. Maybe
we're
he'll
about to-
convert
Because
us.
we've all been brainwashed by scientism,
I was just about to say.
by those priests of a new religion who believe in science.
priests of the
believe
new religion,
That
science.
science,
We all bow under our deity.
when you understand
Richard
science,
Dawkins.
it dispels
Religion's gay.
all notions of a God who
And being
rules
gay is against the
in the
religion.
affairs of men and who created the earth.
Science!
Well, I would tell you, before I met the Lord, the true God of the universe, over 40 years ago, when I was a math major in college, I turned totally away from faith, and I did believe that math was God. I did.
I believe
Because
that
math
fake
seems
witchcraft.
to explain everything.
Math, that voodoo magic math.
But we have been
But he gets
deceived.
his fucking power from
And
his
now I want to
sweater.
show you the simplest, irrefutable flat earth proof. Oh, by the way, I do want to
Yeah, we're
recommend
what, like-
Robbie Davidson's
We're like
new video
2.5
on
minutes into this
scientism.
video and he still
I will
hasn't
put
been
a link
like,
to
so the
that
Earth is flat.
in
Alright.
the information box below. I encourage you to watch that. It's
fucking
very
perfect.
well done, and it really explains a lot.
I'm ready to be explained.
So let's
I want him
look
to
at
pick
the
up that
first
guitar and
flat
be like,
earth
flat
proof.
Earth.
You see the globe? Now consider an airplane.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, this airplane
Yep.
You can see his
is
belief
going
in
to
this theory
fly
wavering
always
as he explains it.
at a level altitude with respect to the Earth.
Yep.
And any of you who have studied the flat Earth ideas know that there is an equation that describes how much curvature is in the Earth from given distances, and that is defined as 8 inches times the number of miles squared. So that
8 inches.
if you go through that calculation, you can figure out how far below the horizon something should be from a particular distance. And the idea also is that as a plane would traverse the globe, it would have to be
Did you say
always
traverse?
adjusting its
Isn't it
nose
traverse?
a little bit down in order to continue at a level altitude. Now, if you consider this plane going to the east here, just going to the east, you see that the plane always seems to be level with respect to the Earth, and then, you know, if it keeps itself at a level altitude, then it would just simply land at a country on the other side of the globe. Okay? That's easy to see when you're going east and west. But what about when you're going from north to south? And this is the proof, and you can't deny it.
Holy shit, I can't deny it.
So you start your journey
Yep.
at
I
the
like
Arctic,
how much he
as
flipped.
far to the north as you
That
can.
blade.
When he could have just handed
And you
it,
begin
he could've
to
just basically
go south.
did-
Wait a
Now
minute,
notice
your
as I'm
funeral broke.
going
He could've
south,
done this
I have to continue
to
dipping
this,
the
but
nose
he's
of my
like-
airplane in order to stay
Good.
level with the ground. Now I'm going to continue all the way to Antarctica. Now notice I'm continuing to dip my nose down to stay level with the Earth. Now I'm going down into South America, continuing to dip down, and finally I get down here to Antarctica. And look at that. My airplane is upside down. Well, you're going to say, well, we know that people that are in the southern hemisphere are still standing right side up. Everybody stands right side up on the Earth. We know that. But yet you just flew down here. You're upside down.
Why'd you do this to me?
You cannot refute that. Your airplane is upside down and your head is facing down. It has to be true because you have had to adjust your nose by a full 180 degrees so that now you are absolutely upside down.
You know, I live in an apartment. It's
Can't
like
deny
5 in the
that
morning, right?
Fuck your neighbors. They need to know. You
That's
put
the
that
simplest,
gold
irrefutable
upside down, you
flat Earth
bald
proof.
fuck.
There are
You'll
many,
see
many, many
that if you do
proofs
the
that
thing
we do live on
again,
a flat
it
Earth.
doesn't matter.
I
Because
urge you
space
to
doesn't
begin to
have a
study it.
direction. You cock.
Don't mock. I'm not a fool.
Fuck this guy. Was his whole point like if you fly down to the south, you're upside down? Was that it?
That's pretty much it. Like that. Like what his point was is that so like you have the Earth
Yeah.
and that it's scientifically impossible to get from the top of the Earth around this like curved planet to Antarctica because when you're flying your plane, it's trying to stick to a flat
Yeah.
surface when you're trying to go in a direction.
Yeah.
So what he's basically saying is that like that Earth has to be flat because go on a globe going from the top to the bottom doesn't make sense because you would have to end upside down.
Sure, when he does it to that globe, it's upside down. But when you put Earth into space, it doesn't have an up or a down. Like
It doesn't.
we have a mental up and down because we have north and south and east and west. Like those are man-made stuff. Space doesn't give a fuck. It's not like space is like, whoops a daisy there. Sorry, Earth. Fuck. God. I'm a lawyer. I've won many a court case. I'm not a fool.
I'm not a fool. You're not a fool?
Welcome to Troll Astronaut Films, motherfuckers.